All right, so I'm about to react to Abin Preach reacting to Fresh and Fit video. I think this is a video where they Fresh and DJ Academics get into an argument. I already saw that video, but I'm curious to see how Abin and Preach react to it. I mean, I can imagine how they're gonna react to it, but I'm gonna check it out for myself. So let's get right to it.
How do I start this? What's this? Why? Why the hesitation?
Twin sisters.
Twin sisters.
Okay, thank you.
And before anybody gets upset, be like, oh, you guys really wanted us to give them like a courtesy. That's the least we could have done before we do a video shitting on them. So I messaged Walter and I let him know, like, hey man, just wanted to give you a courtesy heads up that we're going to cover you simping for a sugar baby. So
Oh my
I did let him know
god.
before we did a video on him.
The savageness. That's even worse than not saying
See, we
anything.
learn, we grow, we get better. So I'm going to say this before this whole thing starts. Was that too much? I personally do not care who anybody dates. Me, it's just like the need to lie to your fans, the need to be a hypocrite about your own ideals. And so I'm going to just play the video. You guys can see what unfolded. I'm going to just give you guys a quick summary so you guys understand where we're at. All right, Fresh Prince CEO, all right, the big fraud. He himself
Faking
claims
fraud.
that he's fallen in love with the woman or he's really gotten into her and that she's into him for him. DJ Academics came on the podcast, said, hey, bro, that girl's not into you for you.
You said something on like last show when I was on. It was a little bit alarming.
Well, I don't. It's not that he was saying that she wasn't into him for you. It's just that they were just being hypocrites. Like, you can't say that these other random girls are coming on the show saying that, oh, they're not materialistic and that they actually like their man for them, and then say that your girl isn't. Especially after you only known her for a short amount of time. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
I have to be careful what they want me for. That being said, this shorty here, bro. Listen. That shorty here, bro, wants me for me, 100%. All right, what you want?
You said she was very different from every girl you meet in Miami. When I've heard you speak about every girl in Miami before, you generalize.
No, that being said, when I met her, I saw she hadn't been tainted yet. She hadn't been like in certain circles where, like, you know what? Damn, she's gone through the streets.
If he says that being said one more time. If he says that being said one more time.
I get what you're saying.
I think I'm going to have to.
But, you know, that being said, let's just let the video play, okay?
That being
What
said,
does it mean that she's different and not thinking like a Miami girl? I just pointed you out. Someone like explain that because I've heard you say.
Yeah. So, for example, right?
right.
This girl is sipping beef. This girl is sipping. Yes, please.
Please explain. Continue.
Go ahead. You ain't go.
If you watch the interview, one of the funniest parts is seeing all the Miami women being shat on while Walter's there like, the white girl beside me is very different. That being said,
Right.
She's not into, like, designer, going crazy, like, oh, I need to have this and that. It's more like, she wants a good time with me.
Okay, I don't know why I just got this random link. Miami, Florida. Let's look through. Wait,
First of all, being a gold digger doesn't mean that you can be a gold digger without being into like designer and shit, like into material things. Like, you could just be like, oh, she just wants you because you take her to like different places, expensive restaurants and stuff. Like, that's not material stuff. Like, it doesn't just need to be clothes and jewelry and all that stuff. So she can still be a gold digger without having her care about clothes. She can care about other things that want to be expensive.
wait a second. Wait a second. 22, still in college. Ooh.
Why do you think she's interested in you?
Ask her.
I was gonna say, can I answer this? I feel like the first day that I met you, having that genuine conversation on the boat, like
On the boat. Was it 60 foot long? Was it 85 foot?
I couldn't even tell you.
It's that big.
Another
You
clean
couldn't
tip
even
from
say.
Mr. Clean.
Wow.
Try Magic Eraser and erase dirt and mud on shoes.
See, I am a very big personality person. So if he came up to me and he just came and was like, hey, let me get your number, that's a no from me. The fact that he invited me, he invited me out before, and it was just the fact that me and my roommate were sitting at home. No, me and my roommate were sitting at home, and I was like, wow, what are we gonna do tonight? And then like at that moment, he texted me and he was like, hey,
ride with scooters or get on the yacht. Let's talk about it.
and he's right, I'm not a materialistic person at all. I could be if I wanted to. I don't care about that shit. Like, my dream car is a fucking Honda Civic. Like, I don't. There's nothing about my materialistic.
Hold on, you said he invited you out before. Why you didn't go before?
Hold on.
I was always busy, or like I was
But
pretty
the
near.
yacht, you were busy for the
I was
yacht.
busy. No.
You see what your problem is? You think that because I have clout, everyone wants me for clout. However, for you, that's true. For me, it's not. I actually have game, bro, right? That being said, hold on. That being said, right, bro? Your experience, right, with girls is tainted because you want to see for clout.
What's your game, bro?
For me.
Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. I said certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass P-word. Make that pull-out game weak. Yeah, you effing with some wet ass P-word. Bring a...
Can you explain what's on the screen?
Yeah, what was that?
Her getting cash out.
That was her? Oh my gosh.
That being said,
I want to get to know the real you. I don't want to get to know you from a
So you're essentially basically proving what they say is wrong in terms of you don't give a fuck about a high value man, right?
I don't. No. Like, that's...
You don't.
No.
So
I care that he has a personality and I can be around
but
him.
you don't care he's a high value man.
No, I really don't. I do not care about his chain. I do not care about his watch. I don't care that
Beat it up, N-word. Cut your charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this P-word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card.
I saw she hadn't been tainted yet. She hadn't been like in certain circles where like, you know what? Damn,
Bro, why is he using that word? She hasn't been tainted yet. Like, so you're trying to say all these other women that's in the studio are tainted? This man.
Dude, she didn't want to talk, bro. Honestly, she didn't want to do this for me. She's doing this for me, so I appreciate her for that.
Oh, please stop. Oh my god.
I actually have game, bro, right?
Where's the game?
this is your alpha male dating coach.
What game do you have? What game is he talking about? Because it's not no game I ever heard of. Like, oh, this man. Oh my god, that was so... Stop.
I do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This P-word is wet.
What is this
Come take
song?
a dive.
Oh my god.
And personally, like I said,
Sometime good. Let's just watch.
never forget this man has 1,000 body counts. Okay, this man slept with 1,000+ women.
Oh my god.
Like beginning to end,
So,
how we met, the honest truth, no cap.
with no cap, we met.
Whenever you have to put no cap, it's gonna be some cap.
On Seeking.
Yeah, so we met on there. We definitely spoke, and then got Instagram.
With no cap, we met on Seeking.
Yeah, so we met on there. We definitely spoke, and then got Instagram, and that was it for like a couple months.
Yeah.
And we didn't talk about it for like a minute.
We didn't talk for like months because I didn't really want to meet people for a while. I was kind of taking a break because I had an interesting like living situation at the time. So I was not meeting people.
We're talking about the savagery of women nowadays.
Yeah.
Last week you were with this dude. This week you're with this dude.
Wait, what?
I see everything. I'm not gonna say no names, but I will say she's here.
Oh.
And she's beside fresh.
Yo, that's savage!
Baby girl.
Yo!
What is she? She was ready to date.
Oh, yeah.
She was ready to date. She was ready to date. Let's just keep watching.
Oh, you got something to defend yourself, Miranda?
I feel like you were trying to expose me, but like it's you have to like date around.
Hold on, you gotta come back.
Let's normalize playing the Bachelorette in your personal life.
You wanna have a hot girl summer? All right, bitch, you're gonna have a bunch of hot girl summers. Bye. by yourself. Pause. All I'm gonna say now, nigga, it's my turn. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, next.
It's embarrassing for a man to marry a hoe and try to turn her into a housewife.
You know the scary part, man?
Fatality.
If you, I should wait for one of these girls, bro.
See, this is the problem with Fresh and Fit. It's not necessarily that what they say is bad. It's just they're clearly. It's not that they don't give some good advice, but it's just there's been, at least with Fresh, I don't Fit, Myron. He seems somewhat authentic, but Fresh clearly he just the shit that he says, he just says it just for the following. He just says what people want to hear. He doesn't actually live by the majority of the stuff that he says. So it's like, why would you watch somebody like that when you're it's pretty obvious that he doesn't even walk the walk. He just talks, but he doesn't actually does what he says that he doesn't do what he's telling everybody else to do, which makes no sense. Like, how are you gonna? And then they actually have seminars, like people pay them for the stuff that they're teaching, and he doesn't even live the life that he's telling other people that they should live. This shit is stupid.
You take it seriously? She can't have a pair bond. So what happens is you wipe her up, you take her in, and she's hella muscle on her body. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, what do you get? A used product. It can't even work properly.
I didn't say nothing. It's Myron. It's not me. It's Myron who's calling him out. She want to be a bachelorette. Let her live her best life.
Hold on.
Let's normalize playing the Bachelorette in your personal life. We do what guys do, and then we get so much shit for it, but y'all do it, and then you're like, yo, bro, that's savage as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
You can't even be a fucking decent woman and not be a slut? Fuck out of here, bro. No, you dumb bitch. I'm not fucking insecure. I'm very secure in my goddamn confidence. I don't want to fucking wipe up no hoe. All right? And I'm tired of women out here telling dudes, small dick energy, you're insecure. Bitch, I'm not going to the Lamborghini dealership with 300 bands for a Lambo with 200,000 miles on it, bro. It's bullshit. I need you guys to hold these women accountable too. They gotta meet your metric.
Russia would look like, yep, whatever he says. Yep. Meanwhile, he's going back home with his girl who's fucked like 50 dudes.
We don't want hoes, okay? You want to be a hoe? That's fine, but you gotta lay in your fucking bed and sleep there. Most guys, in reality, are not going to accept you for being a hoe and put a ring on it. It's always gonna fucking bother them. Okay? All I'm gonna say now, nigga, it's my turn.
I don't even subscribe to this thing. This is their ideas. These are ideologies. By their definition, she is what she is, right? They consider her a hoe. That's the red pill movement. That's them. I'm not mad at it. But
don't be a hypocrite about it.
Myron is.
Bitch, it's bullshit.
We use sugar sites, right, to hit up girls, and we don't pay a cent, and we go with them, we get it for free. So, that being said, she told me, hey, I was on Seeking, and I said, bet, I go in there anyway.
Bro, that doesn't make no sense. So he tries to explain that she's different, yet she was on a site specifically for sugar babies and sugar dads and shit. So it's like, obviously she's not different if she's on a site where she's trying to meet dudes that make a lot of money. And he's still over here saying they're different. Like, how does that make any sense? That makes no sense. Also, why would you use this site to find women? Just use a fucking normal ass dating app. It's not that hard.
So the chicks,
we met on Seeking.
Yeah, so we met on there. We definitely spoke.
This is a company town, and the business is incarceration. 20,000 lost souls. And I'm their link on the life raft.
Wait, what?
I'm the mayor of Kingstown.
Mayor of Kingstown, new series now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
And then I got Instagram.
He told her
She
after.
told you, she ain't tell you on the yacht, nigga.
nigga, we went on multiple dates after the yacht. She's like, yo, I gotta be honest with you, right? 'Cause I don't want to mess up anything in the future. most girls that you meet, bro, are on something, bro.
But
I'm gonna tell you, at least
she said they met on the app.
you know what? I respect that shit.
If I find out guys are paying you to smash, that right there is a red flag to me.
But what the fuck is she doing on there?
Right.
Okay, so 100%, bro. I don't know what she's doing on there. That being said, hey, she might
Did
need
she?
money. I don't know what's going on there, bro.
Was it a red flag when you found out she's on seeking arrangements and she decided to come link with you only when you were on the yacht?
No, 100% no. No. In Miami, almost everybody that's good-looking, bro, is on sugar side.
I thought she was different than all the other girls. That she
Oh
did the
my
thing together.
God.
But now she's doing what every other Miami girl's doing.
This dude is the worst liar I've ever seen in my entire
I
life.
honestly got to body count, bro. No cap. You ready for it? It's over 1,000.
Who?
I'm dead serious. Remember, I told you, right? I told you about Barbados when. So basically, guys, I'm gonna break it down for you, right? So doing live right now. So in Barbados, right? I can tell you before. There's a whole culture of women coming from UK.
He's saying his body count is over 1,000?
Italy.
Because I know this dude is
When
lying,
you talk
bro.
about women,
Ain't no
especially
way.
because you're in Miami, you just proved that saying that if
I want to
she's
see
here,
these
she's
1,000 women that
those
are having
rules don't
sex
apply.
with this man.
You don't talk to just a Miami audience. You talk to an audience that's literally all around the world. So you're pretty much telling your audience, everything I tell you doesn't apply to y'all because you're not in Miami. I thought you were giving universal rules. That's all. Hold on.
We're talking about her right now.
No, I know. But I'm talking about how you are saying she doesn't apply to many things that you would say about the normal.
Because not everybody that follows them are from Miami.
That's my point. This advice doesn't apply to everybody, right? Because they live in that place where you've been in Miami, it's a weird spot. It's going to warp your view of ladies, right? Oh, yeah, they're all sugar babies. It's like they're all just selling their pussy. Bro, that's what happens where you live specifically. As far as the whole incident, me personally, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it's that important. I do think it's more evidence of what we already know about Fresh, which is one, he's a liar. Okay, he's a fraudulent person, right? Claims to have this body count to sell his courses, claims to have met her, and then went on dates, then found out she's on the sugar baby side. Then when it comes out that she's on Seeking Arrangements, then he actually looks at live stream where he's like, no, we met on Seeking. Like, everything is smoke and mirrors, right? Which is fine. At the end of the day, if you want to sell an image and you got to lie to do it, okay? But as far as you're definitely simping. Yeah, I mean, you guys know, and I think we all know this. If these two guys were hearing this story from any other man about him being involved with that woman, what would they call the dude? Straight up. Blue pill, beta, all the other lame-ass terms that they got. Once it's one of them,
it's fine. You shouldn't date a girl like that. But you know, she did.
And that's what you see a lot of from red pill coaches. They're going to sell you on all these false ideas, right?
Yeah. Okay, I think that's basically the end of the video. Yeah, that's exactly. I think that's what they're getting. That's the problem with a lot of these dating coaches on YouTube, is that they just tell their audience what they want to hear. They don't actually live by whatever they say. And especially these guys, like, they haven't even been around. They've been around for what, a year? And they've already been caught a couple of times, specifically Fresh, on being a hypocrite and a liar. It's like, bro, when are you going to learn? It's not that hard to just speak how you actually think. Like, if you don't actually think this way, then don't tell people that that's how you think, and don't tell people to live that way. I don't understand what's the point in lying. It makes no sense to me, but whatever. That was the video. Yeah. Peace out.